Welcome to the channel. You are watching BangBets Daily, brought to you by Lit757. And in this video, I'll be going over my NFL picks for this upcoming Sunday, December the 10th. Let's get into it. First game up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals hosting the Indianapolis Colts. Total sitting at 39.5. Spread sitting at 1. Of course, we just got done watching the Bengals Monday night. They went out there as 10-point underdogs and won outright. Shout out to the Bengals. We were on the Jags in that one, and they upset us. But another thing is, the Bengals are on a short week, and at this point in the NFL season, man, you really got to consider the playoff picture. Let's see. Colts are currently 6. There's 7 playoff berths in each conference, by the way, if you didn't know. So Colts are sitting at number 6. The Bengals are at 11 on the outside looking in, 6-6, sitting tightly bunched up with the Bengals, Bills, Broncos, and Texans. So Cincinnati really would need to win almost all their games to make it. The Colts are in. They would, they don't want to lose either because the standings are very close. We're talking 1 game, 2 games apart. Jake Browning, though, shout out to that guy. He went out there, played a very good football game against the Jaguars. As the season has worn on, I just feel like the Jags are less and less of a good team. And we don't even know what's going on with, Lawrence. But back to this game, just give me the Colts, man. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Give me the Colts on the money line. I'm getting behind Gardner Minshew, and I'm going to bet that this Colts defense gives the Bengals and Mr. Jake Browning a little bit more trouble than the Jaguars did. So give me the Colts on the money line to get it done for us this week. Next up, we got the New York Jets hosting the Houston Texans. Spread sitting at 5.5. Total sitting at 32.5. Jets coming in 4-8. Lost on a 5-game skid, lost their last game 13-8 against the Falcons. Texans coming in 7-5, won their last game against Denver, almost lost it at the end, 17-22. And like I was saying earlier, you really have to keep in mind what the playoff picture is this late in the season when you're trying to handicap these games. Jets are 4-8 with, I'm just gonna say it, fuck it, literally no chance to make the postseason. People talking about Aaron Rodgers might make a return. Why would Aaron Rodgers go tear his other ACL so the Jets can still not make the postseason? Aaron Rodgers is not taking a snap this season. I promise you that. Let's talk about that on the flip side with Houston. You got a team that's 7-5, who nobody thought was gonna have a good season, who's sitting right outside of the playoff picture with the Browns and Colts and Steelers all 7-5. They need this win. They know they should get this win. So I'm gonna count on them to go out there and take care of their business. Give me the Texans, man. -5.5 to beat this Jets team and get one more notch on the ring to secure a spot in the postseason. Next game up, we got the Las Vegas Raiders hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Spread sitting at 3, total sitting at 40.5. Minnesota coming into this one 6-6, second in the NFC North. Raiders are 5-7 on a 2-game skid. Lost their last game to Kansas City. We know the Vikings won their. Sorry, not the Vikings. I'm thinking of a whole different team. Vikings on a 2-game skid as well. Lost their last game 12-10 against the Bears. So I know I keep harping on this playoff picture, so I'm gonna just go ahead and let you guys know. And I'll probably say this again at the recap. This week in the NFL, my picks are strategically structured around teams that need wins. Teams that need to win to get to the postseason. Teams that have a lot to lose. Those are the teams I want to put my money on because I know they're going to go out there focused and determined to win a game for me. So I'm not even going to say too much more about this. Give me the Vikings laying the 3 on the road against this Raiders team. The Raiders are currently in a 13th spot in the what is this? 13th spot in the AFC. Vikings sitting at 6th in the NFC at 6-6. Packers right behind them. Rams right behind them. Seahawks right behind them. All these teams are 6-6. Vikings know if they go out and lose this week, they could very well be out of the playoff picture just like that. So I'm gonna count on them and their coaching staff to, let their players know that, coach them up, and go out there and execute. Next game up, we got the LA Chargers hosting the Denver Broncos. Spread sitting at 3, total sitting at 43.5. And let me tell you, man. This Chargers team last week got all 6 points I needed to cover the spread. Good thing they didn't give up a single point because I would have lost that pick. But Chargers 5-7, won their last game against the Patriots 6-0. Just a nasty football game. Broncos coming in off a tough L against the Texans. Russell Wilson threw an interception on the goal line. I won't say on the goal line, but what was it? 1st and goal or something. He threw a pick. Game's over. Whatever. On to the next. But back to the playoff picture thing. Broncos 6-6. Let's see where they're sitting at in the AFC. They're at number 9. So they're in the 9th spot behind the 7-5 Texans, Browns, and Colts and Steelers. So a bunch of 7-5 teams there between spots 8 and 5 in the AFC. So Broncos really need a win here. Chargers, they have a very slim chance to get in. They would damn near have to win out the rest of their schedule. I just don't see that happening. Justin Herbert, I don't know, LA, maybe it's time to start thinking about moving on. It's just not looking like a solid football team out there. And there's no way I'm backing them against this Broncos team. I really like what I've been seeing from Russell Wilson lately. Not gonna lie. I know he didn't get it done last week. They lost at the last second. But they were there, okay? They were there against a better Texans team. This Chargers team, I don't even think it's gonna take that much work for this Broncos team. Because it's not going to be hard to beat you when you can only score 6 points. And keep in mind that Patriots defense they played is like the 22nd, 23rd something overall defense. So they didn't even play a good defense. They got shut out probably by the weather. Let's just call it that. But give me the Broncos, man. On the money line, I want all the plus money here. I think Russell Wilson, Cortland Sutton, they're going to go out here and get this done for us. And I don't even think we're going to have to sweat. I think the bookies just completely got this game wrong. But let's see what happens. I'm going to back these Broncos confidently. Hopefully they get it done for me. Next game up. Last game up. Maybe the game of the week right here. We got the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Buffalo Bills. Spread sitting at 2.5. Total sitting at 47.5. Bills coming into this one 6-6, second in the AFC East. Lost their last game against Philly in OT, 34-37. Kansas City coming in 8-4, lost their last game as well on the road at Lambeau against the Packers. I don't really see the Chiefs losing 2 in a row. I really don't. But I do know that the Bills need this win more than the Chiefs. Let's go take another look at that playoff picture I've been talking about. Bills are currently 10th in the AFC at 6-6 behind those handful. I can't even talk this morning. Behind that handful of 7-5 teams we just talked about. So if a couple of these teams drop a game and the Bills get a win this weekend, they're in just like that. They just got to keep winning. However, this Buffalo Bills team, I've been saying this all season, and you can go check their games if you think I'm just making this up or talking out my ass. This Buffalo Bills team, and I'll give an exception to the last game they played in Philly because they did show up at least, even though they lost. But when they play games that are not at 1 p.m. on Sunday, they're just a different team. I swear, they're just a different team. They don't score as much. They don't play as good defense. They end up dropping games to teams that they should beat. And that's why they're 6-6. And here they are matched up in Arrowhead with Patty, with Kelsey, with Pacheco. There's just no way. There's no way I'm backing this Bills team. They haven't won a big game all season. The best game they had this season the biggest win they've had was against the Miami Dolphins, and we know what their defense is like. Okay. So and they were at home. That's another thing I will say real quick about the Dolphins. People knock the Dolphins for not beating, better teams, but every time they haven't matched up with a better team at home yet. And nobody talks about that. So anyway, back on topic. The Bills, I don't trust this Bills team enough. I don't. I really don't. So I'm gonna back Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champ, NFL MVP. I'm getting behind Patty and Kelsey and Pacheco and all those guys to go out there and get it done. They're at home. This should be a gimme. Arrowhead, come on, man. So let's see what happens. This game, I think this is a midday game. Yeah, 4:25. I'm excited to watch this one. And looking over the rest of the NFL slate for Sunday, just want to share some thoughts with you guys. We got my Carolina Panthers on the road against NOLA. Total sitting at 37.5. Spread sitting at 4.5. I almost took the Saints here. I almost did. Then I thought about taking my Panthers plus the points, and then I just decided this game is not for me. Why do you say that? Because I know my Panthers. I know we don't win a lot of games. Okay, I know we 1-50, but we have shown that we can keep these games close, especially the division games. So, and then on top of all of that, the Saints ain't even that good of a team. Let's just keep it real. They're not that good of a team. The NFC South was free this season, and they couldn't even win that. It'll probably end up being the Falcons, honestly. We're back? Yeah, we're back. All right. But I really do like the Ravens here. Why didn't I bet it? Well, it's a touchdown game, and the Rams have been playing pretty well lately. I got to give it to them. And on top of that, the Rams are 6-6, just outside the bubble. And all they need is a couple wins to get in. Okay? Not saying this Ravens team is anywhere near complacent. But I'm 9-3 in the second seed. I have margin. I have room for error if I'm Baltimore. Not saying this is how they're thinking, but just handicapping the game. These are the things I think about. You got margin for error if you're Baltimore. If you're LA in this matchup, if you're the Rams, you want to win the rest of the games on your schedule. You going out with a bang. You're giving everything you got because you're trying to make the cut. So that's the reason why I backed off of this game, because I can see the Rams keeping it close, but I can also easily see the Ravens busting this joint and winning by 30. So I just left that game alone. Sometimes you just gotta leave them alone, man. You gotta leave them alone. Next game up, we got the Jaguars and the Browns. Oh man. If Trevor Lawrence doesn't play, give me Cleveland, man. I probably would jump on Cleveland if it comes out that Lawrence isn't playing, but I did read that they got his MRI back, X-rays back, whatever it was, and it wasn't as bad as what it looked like. People think, oh, he blew his knee up, dislocated his ankle, torn Achilles, torn ACL, whatever it was. Turns out it's just a high ankle sprain. So a week or two, and he'll be right back out there. Maybe he'll go this week. Who knows? They're on a short week, so if I was Jacksonville, I wouldn't play him. I would tell him, don't even worry about it. Take a break. If we lose, we lose. But I need you at full health for the playoffs, because we're going to make the playoffs. We can drop 2 straight. You get back in the lineup. You go out there and show us what you got, okay? So that's my lean on that one. No Lawrence, give me the Browns. That's all I'm gonna say about that. We got the Lions and the Bears linking up again. That spreads at 3, totals at 40.5. Another game I just didn't want any parts of because the Bears should have won the first time. And this Lions team, man, they seem to be a little streaky to me, where they come out, they put up a bunch of points, or they come out, turn the ball over 80 times, or they'll come out, give up 40 points. I can't put my money on that team right now. I just can't. So I'm gonna stay away from that one. And then on the other side with the Bears, Justin Fields, I like that guy. I think he's gonna have a great career. I think he's way better than what people are giving him credit for right now. But I can't back him right now. I can't back him at home against the Lions. Can't do that. So that's another one we'll just watch. Then we got Tampa Bay and Atlanta. I honestly do like Atlanta in this game at home. Mercedes-Benz Superdome. No, is that Atlanta? I think that is Atlanta. I thought it used to be New Orleans, but maybe I'm tweaked. I would take the Falcons in this game, honestly. But both of these teams are NFC South. That's all I'm going to say about it. On to the next. Seahawks and 49ers. When I first saw this line, my gut was screaming, take Seattle. But then again, 2 weeks ago when they were +7 and lost by 50, it said the same thing. So I'm just going to stay away from that game. And I didn't want to touch it because I just know. I know for a fact, if I lay that 10.5 with the 49ers, they're gonna lose the game. And how do I know that? Because that's just what happens for me. Take the Jaguars Monday night, for example, if you think I'm making it up. All right. Last game up. Philly, Dallas, spread sitting at 3.5, total sitting at 52.5. Just another one of those games I don't care to mess with. Why? Because there's 10 other games on the schedule that are much easier to predict. Why would I go pick the hardest matchup to call? Okay, that's just how I look at it. If you want to be successful betting straights long term, you have to select particular matchups. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to learn to just walk away and pass. You don't like what you see, pass. Leave it alone. It's not worth it. That's something that I've definitely learned on this journey. And then Monday night, got the Packers and the Giants, Titans and the Dolphins. Obviously, Dolphins should obliterate the Titans. -13 is the spread. But I honestly think I would take the Titans +13 with Will Levis. I think they can at least score some points. They've been pretty competitive as of late. And then Packers and the Giants, I'm going to do it. Fuck it. Give me the Giants. Give me the Giants +6.5. I'm getting behind DeVito. I might even take the money line. I don't even know yet. But that's for Monday. Let's just get through Sunday first. So, yeah, that's that. And to recap our picks for this upcoming Sunday, December the 10th, we got the Colts on the money line on the road against the Cincinnati Bengals. Then we got the Texans laying 5.5 on the road as well against the New York Jets. And we got the Kansas City Chiefs laying 2.5 at home against the Buffalo Bills. We got the Broncos on the money line against the LA Chargers. And then we got the Vikings laying 3 on the road against the LA Raiders, man. Those are my picks for this week. Let me know what you think about those, man. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know if you got a godly parlay for this weekend in the comments, man. Talk to me. If you made it this far in the video, though, hit that thumbs up button for me. It really helps the algorithm. Leave a comment for me. Even if you ain't saying much, it just really helps the algorithm. I'm trying to grow this channel, man. A lot of good content here. We're shooting at about a 65% clip. Couple of sweeps here and there, a lot of 4-1, 3-1 type of days. So very profitable on this channel, and it's all for free, man. It's all for free. So hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next one. Get at me on X, get at me on TikTok at BangBets, at Lit757. We out.